Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an uncanny ability to get others to do their bidding? Yes, the power of manipulation. It's a potent force that, when wielded skillfully, can convince others to act according to your wishes, even without them realizing it. In the realm of human relationships, manipulation often has a negative connotation. But let's shift our perspective for a moment. What if we view it as an art, a subtle dance of influence and persuasion that can enhance our interactions and relationships? Over the next several minutes, we'll be exploring 7 manipulative moves that are often used to win hearts and minds. These include the charm offensive, the guilt trip, the fear factor, the bandwagon effect, the halo effect, and the scarcity principle. Each move has its unique strategy and application, and when combined, they can be a powerful tool in your social arsenal. Stay tuned as we delve into these intriguing manipulative moves that could potentially have people eating out of your hand. The first manipulative move is what we call the charm offensive. The charm offensive is all about creating a positive first impression. It's like a well-orchestrated dance, a harmonious blend of charisma, confidence, and kindness. It's about showcasing your best qualities, making people feel special, and building a rapport that leaves a lasting positive impression. Imagine walking into a room and captivating everyone with your energy. You're not just being polite, you're being magnetic. Your words, your actions, your demeanor, everything is designed to charm and attract. However, it's important to remember that the charm offensive is not about pretending or faking. It's about highlighting your best qualities and using them to win people over. It's about being genuine, being yourself, but with a touch of finesse and flair. Fake charm can be seen from a mile away, and it often backfires. So, the trick is to be genuinely charming. Remember, charm can be a powerful tool, but it must be genuine to be effective. Next up, we explore the manipulative world of the guilt trip. The guilt trip is a psychological tactic that capitalizes on a person's feelings of obligation and remorse. It's a way of subtly nudging someone into doing something they might not ordinarily do, by making them feel guilty for not doing it. Imagine a friend who constantly reminds you of the times they've helped you out in the past. They're not just being nostalgic, they're laying the groundwork for a future ask. It's a clever technique because it's not overtly manipulative. Instead, it taps into a deeply seated human instinct, the desire to repay perceived debts. But here's the catch. Overuse of the guilt trip can lead to resentment. People don't like feeling manipulated, and if they sense they're being guilt-tripped too often, they might start to pull away. A guilt trip can be a powerful motivator, but use it sparingly to avoid resentment. Ever heard of the saying, "Fear is a great motivator"? Welcome to the fear factor. It's a manipulative move that exploits our instinctual response to danger. Fear is a primal emotion that triggers our fight or flight response. When fear is introduced, our brain switches to survival mode, often leading us to make decisions that we might not ordinarily consider. For instance, a politician might use fear of an external threat to rally support, or a salesperson might instill fear of missing out to push a product. It's a potent tactic, but it's also a double-edged sword. It can lead to hasty decisions and heightened stress levels, which can have adverse effects on our mental well-being. So while fear can be a powerful tool in persuasion, it should be handled with care. The use of fear to manipulate others should always be balanced with empathy and respect. While fear can be a powerful tool, remember to use it responsibly. Our fourth manipulative move is the bandwagon effect. This psychological phenomenon is all about the power of the crowd. People are more likely to adopt certain behaviors, beliefs, or attitudes when they see that others are doing the same. It's like when you see everyone buying the latest smartphone or joining the newest social media platform, and you feel compelled to join in. That's the bandwagon effect at work. The bandwagon effect capitalizes on our innate desire to fit in and be part of a group. It's persuasive because it plays on our fear of missing out, our need for social approval, and our tendency to follow the crowd. For instance, if everyone in your circle is raving about a new diet trend, you might be more inclined to try it, even if you were initially skeptical. The bandwagon effect can create a strong sense of belonging, but it's important to encourage independent thinking. Next on the list is the halo effect. Ever found yourself under the spell of someone's good looks or charisma? This is the halo effect in action. It's a psychological phenomenon where we perceive someone's attractive qualities like physical beauty or charm, and then subconsciously attribute other positive traits to them. This could range from intelligence, to kindness, to competence. Think about your favorite movie star or public figure. Do you find yourself assuming they're also kind-hearted or intelligent just because they're attractive or charismatic? That's the halo effect skewing your perception. It influences our decision-making too. For example, in job interviews, an attractive candidate may be considered more competent, leading to a higher likelihood of being hired. However, it's important to remember that the halo effect can be misleading. Attraction and charisma don't necessarily equate to other positive traits. While the halo effect can be flattering, remember that true beauty comes from within. Last but not least, we have the scarcity principle. This crafty maneuver is rooted in the simple idea that people want what they can't have. When something is rare or hard to come by, it becomes more desirable. This principle works by creating a sense of urgency and desire. Psychologically, when we think we might miss out on something, it triggers a fear of loss. This fear can lead to impulsive decisions and actions driven by the desire to secure what is scarce. The scarcity principle is a powerful tool used in marketing and sales, but it can also be applied in personal relationships. Think about it. Aren't you more intrigued by someone who seems aloof or hard to get? That's the scarcity principle at work. It's a subtle game of cat and mouse where less is more. But remember, while scarcity can drive demand, it's not about playing hard to get just for the sake of it. Quality always trumps quantity. Scarcity can drive demand, but remember, quality always trumps quantity. Now that we've explored the 7 manipulative moves, let's recap. We started with the power of manipulation, understanding how it can sway people's perceptions and actions. Then we moved on to the charm offensive, a subtle yet effective strategy to win hearts. The guilt trip followed next, a tricky technique that leverages people's empathy. Our fourth stop was the fear factor, using perceived threats to influence decisions. We then jumped on the bandwagon, a psychological phenomenon where people do something primarily because others are doing it. The halo effect was next in line, wherein people's overall impressions influence their feelings about specific traits. And finally, we discussed the scarcity principle, the idea that limited availability increases an item's perceived value. These techniques, while powerful, should be used responsibly and ethically. They can navigate social dynamics, but must never be used to harm or exploit others. Remember, manipulation can be a powerful tool when used responsibly. Please like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing content.